First, let us understand what is an atomic number mean. I'm saying like this: hydrogen has one proton, helium has 2 proton, gold having 79 protons, which shows that the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom only decides which element it is. This is very important for us. That is, atomic number is very important. It is always represented by a symbol called Z. Is it clear, children? So, proton alone do not make up all of the mass of an atom. The neutrons in the nucleus also contribute to the total mass, to which we want to know the mass number. The mass of the electron can be regarded as so small that it can be ignored, but as a proton and a neutron have the same mass, the mass of the particular atom depends on what? Total number of protons and neutrons. We call it as mass number. So if I am asking you to calculate the atomic number, means you have to count the number of electrons present outside the present in the orbits, or you can protons or else you can count the protons in the nucleus, because number of protons will always be equal to the number of electrons. So atomic number, if I am asking you to calculate, means either you can count the number of protons which is present in the nucleus, or you can count the electrons which is revolving around the nucleus. Is it clear? Mass number, if I am asking you to calculate, means you have to do the sum of number of protons plus number of neutrons. Is it clear, children? Okay. So, how to identify the atomic number? How to give the symbolic representation of an element? I am considering X as an element. I am considering X as one element. So, here, one which is on the top, the number which is present on the top, we call it as mass number. The one which is present below, we call it as atomic number. So you can remember like this: mass means weight. The weight will always be placed on the top. You remember, one which is heavy I am placing on the top. Is it clear? So mass number, it is on the top. Atomic number, it is below. Mass number is always represented as A. Atomic number is always represented as Z. For this also, you don't want to get confused. Mass number means this, it is A. Okay, the first letter, because the mass number which is on the top, it is going to have the first letter of an alphabet A. Okay, atomic number which is below and the last letter of an alphabet is Z. Is it clear? Mass number means capital A. For atomic number, it is capital Z. So, one example I can give you. For example, I am going to write nitrogen. The symbol of nitrogen is N. If I write the number on the top, what number is this? Mass number. The one which is below is the atomic number. Is it clear? Same way for oxygen. O is the atomic symbol of an oxygen. The number on the top, 16, is the what? Mass number. The other one which is below, I'm going to write 8, which is the atomic number. So this 7 represents 7 electrons in nitrogen. Okay, 14 represents number of protons plus neutrons, which means 7 protons plus 7 neutrons gives 14 here. Same way, oxygen, this 8 represents 8 electrons or protons. 16 represents 8 protons plus 8 neutrons gives the mass number as 16. Are you all clear with this? Okay. Now we are going to see the formulas, how to calculate the atomic number, mass number and number of neutrons. Very important. Listen carefully. Atomic number means, I told you the representation is Z, because it is starting with letter A and it is also below. So it should be the last letter of an alphabet, which is Z. Atomic number is equal to number of protons or number of electrons. So if I'm asking what is the atomic number of oxygen, means you have to count the number of electrons, or you can count the number of protons. For mass number, you have to do the addition of number of protons plus number of neutrons. Here you don't know the number of neutrons. How to calculate the number of neutrons means mass number minus atomic number will give you the number of neutrons. So for example, so I'm having nitrogen 14 and 7. How will I calculate the number of neutrons? 14 is mass number because it is present on the top. 7 is atomic number. So 14 minus 7 will be 7. So the number of neutrons will be 7 in nitrogen. Is it clear? Okay, let us see one problem. Calculate the atomic number of an element whose mass number is 39 and the number of neutrons is 20, and also we have to find the name of an element. So first what you have to do, you have to identify the mass number. So mass number is atomic number plus number of neutrons. We don't know the atomic number. In the question they have given only the mass number. So rearrange the formula. Atomic number is equal to mass number minus number of neutrons. So 39 minus 20. Number of neutrons also they have given. Yes or no? Which is 19. So if you go and check in the periodic table, the element which is having 19 as its atomic number is potassium. Is it clear? This is how we have to calculate. In any way they may ask, you have to just rearrange only these three formulas you have to use at anywhere to identify the atomic number or mass number or the neutrons. Okay, this is very simple problem. Now we are going to see the electronic configuration of an atom. Okay, now we are in 9th standard totally. A section, if there is 40 children are present, I'm having 10 table and chair. Okay, 10 benches, 10 seating tables, 10 sets I'm having in my classroom. So I have to arrange you. So how will I arrange you? In each bench 4 I will arrange you. I will not arrange 6 in a bench or 10 in one bench or 2 in a bench or 1 in another bench. I will not arrange like that. I will distribute them equally depending upon the capacity of that table. Yes or no? The same way, we cannot arrange the electrons just like that in their orbits. There are certain rules and regulations where we have to follow to arrange the electrons or distribute the electrons in their different shell. That is what we call it as electronic configuration. Okay, so this was governed by certain rules and conditions which we call it as Bohr and Bury rules of electronic configuration. The first rule is that the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a shell is equal to that of 2n square. Okay, we have to use the formula 2n square. Okay, where n represents what? Shell number. We saw or not? K, L, M, N, or 1, 2, 3, 4. K is 1, L is 2, M is 3, N is 4. So in the place of N, you have to substitute the respective shell number and you have to calculate the number of electrons. Okay. Shells are filled in a stepwise manner in the increasing order of energy. So always you have to fill the electrons from K shell only. So increasing order of energy because energy starts to increase from K shell only. So you have to start filling from K shell only. The outermost shell of an atom cannot have more than 8 electrons. Is it clear? These three rules are very, very important because you are going to see the geometric representation also. So even it has capacity to accommodate more electrons, you cannot do that. It should not exceed more than 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, now let us calculate for K shell. K number is 1, L shell is 2, M shell is 3, N shell is 4. Yes or no? That is what we saw. Okay, now we are going to find out 2n square for K shell. Okay, shell is 2 into K value is 1 square, which is equal to 2 into 1 will be 2. Are we having 2 here? Let us do it for L shell. 2 into 2 square, which is equal to 2 square will be 4 2s are 8. Is it clear, children? If you do it for M shell, 3 square is 9 2s are 18. I have written printing here, I have typed it wrongly, so it will be 18 here. Okay, For n shell it is 2 into 4, because n value is what? 4 square. 4 into 4 times will be 16. 16 into 2 will be 32. Again there is a mistake here. N shell will be having maximum of 32 electrons. So this is how you have to calculate the number of electrons, that is maximum number of electrons in each shell you have to calculate. Based on this only you can arrange the electrons in the orbit, and this is what we call it as electronic configuration. Is it clear? Okay, so K shell will be having 2, L will be having 8, like it goes on. Okay, O means you have to substitute 5 in the place of n into n square, like P also you have to substitute 6. So it goes on. You can identify the electron capacity and you can distribute them. Now let us identify the electronic configuration of aluminium. So aluminium, Z is 13. Z represents what? Atomic number. The atomic number is 13. So you have to write K, L, M, N. Okay, now let us start filling. The K shell, the maximum number of electron is 2. And in L shell, maximum number of electron is 8. And in M shell, how many it could be? 8 plus 2, 10, it is already over. Here the atomic number is 13. Remaining how many you have? 3. So in the M shell it is 3 only. It can hold. N shell nothing. So this is how we have to put the electrons in each shell. Okay. So this is the written format. So how will you say the electronic configuration of aluminium? 2, 8, 3. Okay. Let us see the geometric representation of oxygen atom. Here actually the oxygen is represented as O16 on the top, which is mass number, and 8 on the below, which is the atomic number. So mass number A is equal to 16, atomic number is Z is equal to 8. Number of neutrons will be mass number minus atomic number, which is 16 minus 8 is equal to 8, and number of electrons also 8, because number of protons is 8, which is also equal to number of electrons. So how will you write the electronic configuration here? In the K shell, how many electrons you will put? 2 electrons. And in the L shell, remaining 6 electrons. So it is 2, 6. Let us